What up, y'all? Hopefully everything is working.
Hello, Kerbo and Christy and T. Christy, you may not want to be here if you haven't read it. You may get stuff spoiled.
Maybe.
What did you all rate it? First off, I want to know whoever read it. I know T read it, and I read it, but I want to know what you guys think first.
Let me look at my ratings.
Me. Is that mine?
No, the dirty one is yours.
You ruined it. Oh, sorry. Hello, Chelsea. Did you read it? Oh, man, this book's fallen off. Do we have, like, a glue stick? 4 stars. T.
What's falling off?
This one. I just
Oh, that's the one you peeled off and had to restick.
Yeah, I should never do that. 3.5-ish. I think I'm giving it a 3. I think it actually deserves more of a 2.5. But I'm on the fence, so I'm thinking a 3. What about you?
Probably. Either that or like a 3.5.
I definitely did not like it as much as Black Matter, I think, or
No,
Dark Matter.
Dark Matter. Dark Matter
a,
was way better.
I haven't done my normal rating sheet thing yet. So I think my issue, I have a few issues with it.
Okay.
I think I tolerate sci-fi more when it's based on facts that I don't know enough about. So, like, for example, Andy Weir and his, going to Mars thing, or the other book, The Project Hail Mary. I don't know enough about that type of science for it to bug me if something's, like, slightly off. But this, and like, the last book, like, for Dark Matter, it was about kind of, like, alternate universes, and, I mean, it's more fiction-y on the side of science fiction. This book, I felt, lied heavily on the science aspect of science fiction. And with so I have a degree in biology focusing on genetics. So for me, it was a little tough to read, not gonna lie. Like, there's certain things in there where the whole time I was just like, is that even physically possible? Like, I don't know. Like, I can see where he got some of these things, but it still kind of didn't make sense to me, and I don't understand how it could make sense. I'm not a science expert. I'm no longer in that field, so I'm sure things have changed since I learned about it, but it was a little out there for me. When you want something to be so based on science, like actual science, it didn't really make sense to me, some of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I thought you were going to like it more because it had science-y biology stuff. That's what I told you. I was just like, oh, you may like this because it has like some genetic stuff and some, stuff like that I know you're interested in. I was wrong, I guess.
Granted, like I said, it's been
1 week since you looked at me.
10 years or 12 years since I actually actively studied this stuff, so I'm sure there have been leaps and bounds.
Who cares? That doesn't matter.
In it, but I mean, for example, like, I'm pretty sure they made it seem like viruses were like a live thing that like actually went in and did stuff. They're not. Viruses are not alive. They don't change DNA. It's not a thing that I know of. I know that some viruses can hide their components in people's DNA. So, for example, HIV, like, actually hides in your DNA for 6 months. It doesn't alter your DNA, but that's why it's like undetectable for like a period of time.
Like I told you, I think that that was the breakthrough in the book, was that they were able to make it do that.
Yeah,
and then that changed his
mother, like,
the result of the book. Like that changed what happens in the book because they figured out how to do this thing that nobody had done before, and that's. You gotta just suspend your disbelief there. Like, that's
and
where
just,
it
like,
starts.
The research, though, small things, I guess, made me like think, did you do enough research, even in the biology side of things? Because they talked about needles being in someone's arms like twice, at 2 points. And that's like one of my biggest pet peeves in books when they talk about like people getting an IV and the needle stays in your arm. It does not stay in your arm.
Isn't there not even a needle in there?
There's
it's just
not a needle.
A plastic like tube
there is
gets inserted.
And then you remove the needle and it's just a plastic or a silicone or whatever catheter that stays behind, or a plastic catheter. Like, it's not a needle. So like even something like little like that bugged the piss out of me. Like, if you're not researching that, what else are you not researching?
Yeah, I missed that. I missed that part.
Twice. And it bugged me.
I mean, it would have been weird if it changed.
It's a common thing, though. Like, a lot of people think that you keep a needle in you. You don't. Can you imagine the damage you would do to your veins if you, like, left a needle in there?
Or you could do.
Yeah. By just bumping it the wrong way? No. Aren't the virus humans doing in the book? Aren't they like a real virus? They aren't like a real virus. So from what I understood, and maybe I misunderstood, it was a virus that was created that could change people's genetic code. That's another thing that kind of threw me off, because he did understand the concept of genes writing out blueprints for proteins. And I thought it was interesting by the prions. They talk about prions and that being a protein-based virus, or protein-based, it's not a virus, like sickness, essentially, which we do have those in real life. They're very few and far between, but I liked that aspect. However, it's not that simple. Like, yes, a line of DNA, your body uses that as a blueprint to create a line of protein, like bases that fold and make a protein shape. But in order to get one protein, your body like goes through like different sections of your DNA to do that. So it's like, it's going to take this section and write a portion of it, then that section, and then this section. So it's not like so cut and dry.
So the book.
Sorry.
I thought that the idea was good. I just felt like it wasn't enough of a change. Like, it just, I don't know. Like, it wasn't as fun. It wasn't fun.
No.
The book was not fun. It was not a fun book. I feel like they could have been
fun. Like, imagine you became like a superhuman.
But like Dark Matter also wasn't fun, but it was super, like, there was always something going on.
Like,
and it was like a multiverse thing, like you said. So there was always something like, oh, what is he going to find in this new world or whatever?
Plus each version of him, this might be spoilers, but yeah, I can't say that. But basically, like, I felt like it was more thrilling. This one was just kind of like boring at times. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
it took me a while to finish it. Like,
yeah.
It took me a while to get through it too. So
it took me like
it took you until today, this morning, to finish it.
I finished the last 17 minutes this morning. Like,
you've been in the last 30 minutes for like the last week. So
it was okay. It was nothing outstanding.
It wasn't badly written. It just wasn't my type of story.
Yeah.
I don't like that type of stuff. To me, it wasn't.
I feel
fun.
like it was too like personal for him. Like, I feel like it's a little crazy that him and his sister and his mom kind of almost overtook the entire world. And then in the end, he magically found a way to make humans survive by making them empathetic.
Well, remember, he was already like pretty smart.
Yeah.
Right. And then after the changes, he became smarter. So it was like, he had a different mindset than his mom. Was like she believed in that. Obviously his sister also believed in that too. So that was the only goal. He took all of his brain power to go in a different direction. So, it does show that he was a different person than his mom and his sister. His mom and his sister just believed that making everybody smart would solve the problem.
So T said the tube stays there, the needle's gone. How would people flex their arms? Exactly. And you'd like poke your vein a million times. You would have like infiltrated like fluid in your arm, which is very caustic and causes all sorts of problems. It's a mess. Like, it would never work. Chelsea said a lot of times I think very science-heavy books dumb stuff down and make things way more simplified so they can sell more copies. It wouldn't be as accessible if it was too technical. 100% agree. And I think that even knowing that and thinking about that at certain points in this book, I thought to myself, like, they're going really heavy on the science stuff sometimes. Like, I feel like for a general audience book, they took it kind of far at some points, but I didn't feel like there was like a happy medium with it. Like, I felt like he threw a bunch of that stuff at you and didn't really explain it, and then had a bunch of dumbed down stuff that didn't mesh with the higher end stuff. So and like I said, I'm not an expert. I don't still work in this field, so it doesn't, I'm not an expert. But to me, I think that's what took me out of it so much. I enjoyed the dilemma of saving people with that virus or not. I enjoyed the fact that people get the virus. It makes them even more crazy. Like, bad people would be even more bad. It's not a fix. Everyone gets that get it, so it's a tough choice. I agree, and I think, like, in the beginning, not even in the beginning, but at first they didn't realize that was a problem, right? He thought, like, anyone that got this would just become superhuman and super smart, and then when his sister released it to that town and realized that a lot of people were dying from it.
I think that was because they didn't have the original virus.
They had her version.
They had her version. Her version just had, like, a whatever survival rate, which was pretty good for her, good enough for her. You know, and I don't think it was, the original was probably perfect. It was, or at least more perfect than hers.
I mean, that dilemma, it was, I get it. It was a decent part of the book. I feel like that really was the main plot of the whole story.
Was what?
Like, whether or not you should use this virus
yeah.
to, like, save the world, which, what was really wrong with the world besides that, like, excuse me,
everybody
I kind of missed it.
I don't know.
What was wrong with the world?
Everybody sucked. That's what was wrong with it.
I guess so. There was no empathy anymore.
Yeah.
Christy said, I heavily disliked Recursion, so I won't read any more of his books, maybe had I read Dark Matter. So I have not read Recursion, so I cannot tell you. I really enjoyed Dark Matter. I liked it significantly more than this book, so you may like Dark Matter if you can get it, like, for free.
Can you open up your phone? Just show me the thing.
At the library or something. Show you what?
The next book. So I can pull it up.
Oh, yeah. Maybe give it a shot. I think, like, even like Dark Matter, the way they, like, introduced the story and what was going on, I was like, whoa, this is really interesting. I never got that in this book. I have Recursion. I have not read it, so I can't really comment. Chelsea says, I like Blake Crouch's themes. I feel like this was a decent theme, and it, like I said, I'm giving it a 3, which is not, no, there's like several, which is not good or bad. It's just kind of, it's good, but it's not like amazing. T said, that's doing it for the greater good type of story, like how much you care about killing people to save others, and who does she think she is to decide to infect others without telling the risk. Absolutely. It was, like I said, the overall story was okay. I just didn't enjoy how it was executed, I suppose. And like I said, the more science-based books that I don't know a lot about, I tend to enjoy more, because, not that I know a lot about this stuff, but I know nothing about, like, astronomy, for example, and space travel and stuff like that. So, like, that type of thing usually I enjoy more, because whatever they tell me, I just accept it. I'm like, sure, you know what you're talking about. This I get more critical of.
Did we freeze?
I don't know.
No, we're good. We're good.
So, yeah. It seems like everyone kind of felt the same. We had, well, not really. I gave it a 3, you a 3 maybe. Someone did a 3.5, someone did a 4. I'm surprised that after finding his mom was still alive, that she actually was dead. Because they, like, went to her and they found her dead, and I was like, oh, damn, that sucks. What was wrong with scientists to figure out how long before humans basically wiped themselves out between killing the planet and killing each other? It does make you wonder how long it's going to take for us to wipe each other out.
We'll be gone, unless there's, like, a nuclear war.
What? Let's hope not. Shoot.
I mean, we could definitely destroy the Earth, like, today.
I
if they
know.
wanted to. They wanted to. So what are we reading next?
We're reading, and I hope you guys are okay with this. I'm warning you.
We're reading this book right here. I already put it on the screen.
It's a long book. A long book.
Is it?
If you were to put it in book form, it's like 1,100 pages.
How big is the audiobook?
Like 48 hours.
What? What are you talking about? I wanted to read that other book, and you were like, that's too long.
What book?
I don't remember, but you said
it was about the same.
It was too long.
I think you guys will like this book, especially T. Like anyone that likes D&D adventure type stories. The synopsis is: no killing goblins. So reads the sign outside of the Wandering Inn, a small business run by a young woman named Erin Solstice. She serves pasta with sausage, blue fruit juice, and dead acid flies on request, and she comes from another world, ours. It's a bad day when Erin finds herself transported to a fantastical world and she nearly gets eaten by a dragon. She doesn't belong in a place where monsters' attacks are a fact of life and where humans are one species among many, but she must adapt to her new life or die. In a dangerous world where magic is real and people can level up and gain classes, Erin Solstice must battle somewhat evil goblins, deadly rock crabs, and hungry necromancers. She's no warrior, no mage. She runs an inn. I just think it sounds interesting.
Yeah, but why is it so long?
I don't know. It's like 7 books too, but...
Why is it so long?
T said, what? I'm doing 2 readathons this month. I need a book that starts with a W, so I guess
so it's only available on
Kindle or audio.
Kindle or audio.
Yeah, they don't have a physical book of it. I don't know. I bought this book a few months ago, and I keep eyeing it, and I need something that's going to like...
Oh, it's only $3 on Kindle.
Yeah, I bought it for like $4.
It's expensive on audio, though. You bought it in May.
Yeah, but I think I got it on sale or something.
Got it.
I didn't pay that much. It probably would cost like a credit.
Yeah, there are 7 books.
But it has really good reviews. I mean, 1,600 reviews, and it's like 4.5.
Hopefully it's not like girly.
Look, you can DNF it.
The main character is a girl, right?
Yeah.
I hope it's good.
Think.
I hope she's a good character.
You may read the entire ongoing story at wanderinginn.com for free of charge.
There you go.
But I don't know. I mean, if you guys want, we can make it a 2-month read and just not do a book club for September and have like 2 in October.
I don't know. Why are you bringing this up now?
I'm just thinking on the fly because T had a heart attack.
Oh. I don't know why she's doing readathons. Readathons are stupid. They suck.
I wish I had... Look.
They're not fun.
I'm changing the way I do things because I am not having fun this year. I'm in a huge reading slump. I'm not enjoying myself.
Dude, this has been my most fun year
and I'm like
ever.
the opposite.
Do you know why? Because I haven't been doing any sort of like... The only books that I haven't enjoyed are the ones that you've made me read.
So, what I plan on doing is I no longer plan on forcing myself. Like if I pull a book that I don't want to finish, I'm just DNFing it and I'm just going on. I'm not forcing myself to read another book. I'm just going to use my wrapped book and my TBR jar as a template, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Because I'm finding myself being forced to read all these things that I don't want to read, and this is what I said last year, and I thought that the way I changed things up would help, but it's not helping. I'm still miserable. I'm not enjoying reading this year, and I want to fix that.
I think if you put thon at the end of any word, it makes it terrible.
I don't think so.
Marathon, they suck.
Yeah.
Okay? Like movie marathons, they usually suck because you just like by the 3rd movie, you're like, do I really want to keep going? There's 4 more movies, you know?
Book Uplethon, I would like to do that. See, like, and that's the thing is like I punish myself month after month with things that I need to read, but then I don't have fun, and then I can't participate in these things that I find are fun because I don't have time.
Well, your problem is that you buy too many books.
I do. I've been good.
I know.
I've been very good.
I know because you've realized how punishing it is to do that to yourself, and now you have all these books, and now we're gonna end up giving away half of them or whatever, donating them, and it's just like.
I mean, granted, I got a lot of them for free.
You gotta stop, like, just that's fine if you get them for free, but you gotta stop just like listening to other people that you can't really trust. You can trust me. I've been reading some books that I have. Dude, next year is going to be a great year for you, all right? Because I got at least one book series that there'll probably be 6 by then. They're only like 8 to 10 hours each. So it's like that one book that we're reading. This one. I'm going to take this off now. But yeah, I don't know. This one seems pretty cool. It's like an inn in a fantasy world, and they have levels. So it seems like it's some sort of lit RPG.
I mean, look, if we hate it, we can DNF it. Yeah. But I figured it's something that seems fun, and it revolves around themes that a lot of us enjoy. Like, it sounds very D&D-esque or
I hadn't even heard of this until today. You literally told me about it today.
No, I told you about it before, but you must have forgotten.
Okay, you always say that to me.
When I bought it, I told you about it.
I'm buying a book. That's usually what you say. I'm buying a book, okay? I'm like, all right, fine. I told you about it. When I said, remember that one time 3 months ago, I said, I'm buying a book. It was this book. So therefore, I told you about it. That's your logic, Meek.
At least you could choose what you want with the prompts. And like I said, I did not read that book yet, Chelsea, but it is on my to-read list. I have it, at least in my wish list on Amazon. So I've heard of it, and I heard good things about it. But I don't know. I'm just having a jaded year. I'm just sick and tired of everything. And like, I can't seem to find something that works for me with books.
Oh man. You want to just stop playing D&D so you could read Overlord?
No.
Okay.
You could just let me read it.
No, make it spoilers.
All right.
All right,
guys.
So
the Wandering Inn, I hope anyone joins us, and I hope we all enjoy it. If not, we could bash on it. I love Legends and Lattes. Does it have romance in it? If it has romance in it, I'm just like, I'm just not in the romance mood. Except that new romance book that T got. I have it in my cart. I think I'm going to buy it because I loved The Love Hypothesis, and it's the same author, and I want to read it. Hey, don't ruin my D&D for her reading.
I mean, you could read it too, T. Because you're also not allowed to read it. I'm trusting you. Is that it? Are we done?
We're going to film some videos now.
I hate telling people that. I hate
it.
Now
you're obligated.
Yeah, it sucks. Don't tell people that.
Thank you guys for joining. I'm glad a couple people read it, and
I'm sorry that it sucked.
I hope some of you enjoy, or we all enjoy, the Whispering Inn. I'm almost done with it, so I could ship it to you.
Wandering Inn.
You can ship what to me after? I'm confused. No, it's basically an ex-mercenary orc who opens up a coffee shop. I'm not reading the book you don't want us to read. Got it.
All right. Bye. Say bye, Mick.
Bye, Mick.
Bye-bye.